We talk about apples now. We're talking
Hold
about
on, no,
Bradley Smith.
Toombs,
What's up, Biddy?
You ain't let me G
What
off.
up,
So speaking of great
We're
filter,
live.
what would like you don't think you should have like a great filter? Because like
Shut up.
I have one. It's right here.
no, you don't either. Nigga.
Trust me
right
when I
here.
tell you I have a listen, I have a filter.
Look, damn it. It's this.
Oh yeah, me too. I got like 3 of these joints.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I listen, motherfuckers don't realize how much I filter myself to be able to function,
yeah, maybe in public, but I know you.
I would be in great trouble if I didn't filter myself.
Right. Like right.
Yeah.
Right. And believe me, I have a great filter because it's been working. You know that shit been working. Yeah.
Hey yo, because you be catching no flack, my guy. Like yo, it be so nuts because you know how we be comparing like our posts and like how I be getting a lot of smoke. Well, how I used to get a lot of smoke. Compare how you would get smoke. Like the way that you would get smoke, like you wouldn't even say nothing. That's like is that crazy? You know what I mean?
Him is the leader.
Like,
and I don't mean like he's the head. I mean like literally the character, the leader. That's
the big dumbass. Listen. What I have learned is that I have a finite amount of energy.
Sure.
When I was younger, it felt like it was infinite, right?
Sure.
When I got older, I realized that ain't true. That's not true. So I have to be judicious on what I expend that shit on. And some of these motherfuckers are not worth it. And I can't keep saying that humans are trash and then engaging with that garbage all the time. I'm just keeping the same energy. The garbage.
That's why when I was going through that shit, I remember Toon sat me down. Not sat me down, but but Toon was like, put me to the side, like, yo, Eddie, like, why do you keep going back and forth with them? I'm like, yeah, because I gotta win. Like, like
right. I remember,
but you don't though. Like
you really don't.
You're still not winning. Like it's taking up too much of your time. Just let that shit go.
Yo, I'm talking. We've all seen it. Threads that go on for days.
Bring it back.
For real.
Bring it back. Run that shit back.
Relax.
Run that shit back. I'm ready.
No, it's not. It's just not all that stuff. Look.
No, James, that's different though, B. James, that's different though. Because like when we're all on gold, then we're all on gold.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's different. But it was like, yo, on some individual shit, and like, man, it's like, man, leave it alone. Like, fuck it. Let's have that.
I still get your notifications.
Or write a song about it.
Like, yeah, that's even better. Shit.
No, I still get your notifications. They know all
alone. Hey, yo, I'm just trying to tell you, they not worth it, bro. Like they really not. Like some are. So I'm not gonna.
Yeah. Some niggas gotta get.
Some you got. You gonna have to because especially if I expect better from you.
I just want to be on the sidelines cackling.
You know what I'm saying?
You just don't be cackling, my guy.
I'm on my hyena shit.
You on some hyena shit. Yeah, but the thing is about them hyenas, they be getting involved in shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's why I fuck with James. Like when I saw all that type of time, I was like, oh shit. So now I got a companion. All right.
I literally saw incidents where I get on the thread where Eddie's having one of these knockdown dragouts. What's up, Joe? And I
don't
say,
get it twisted, though. Don't get it twisted. I be dragging these niggas too.
He do.
And listen, I don't be asking niggas for back. I don't be like hitting Toom and James up. I get on there. I get on there and say make the exact point Addie's making. Facts.
The exact point Addie's making. And then all of a sudden people understand.
All hail Toom. All hail Toom.
Yeah, and then I'll be like, yo, I just said the same thing. Like,
fuck you, Eddie.
I don't be mad at Toom.
Right.
Yo, straight up. But I don't be mad at Toom. Because
it's them.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
they're sick of
I'm basically getting on the threads like, yo, he's not wrong.
Y'all think Toom don't agree with me? Like
they be on some big fan energy.
They didn't know what somebody said. Oh well, you should have said it the way that Toom said.
No, fuck him.
Nah, bitch, I don't have to because I don't trust like Toom.
It still means the same thing.
It means the same thing, B. It means the same thing.
Oh, fuck that.
I just look. People are garbage, man. They really
Nigga.
are. This is the reason why a lot of you don't see me posting as much on Facebook. You don't like, yo. I realized it.
Yo, turn that down, like
I'm trying to chill. Damn,
like I can't. Like
I'm
there. It's getting late. That's all I'm gonna say. It's getting late.
You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the fuck up out of here. Hey, what's that shit?
No, yo, I miss those days. Right.
Yo,
I miss those days though.
It's getting late.
I like attacking people.
Especially, you know what? I probably would be more
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna hold you,
if I was further along with what I'm trying to do.
Right. No, I get it.
It
don't gotta be you, but I miss it.
No, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna hold you. I miss some days too.
Yo, you know,
if I look in the memories and I see it, I'd be like, "Hey, big head."
You know, yo, you know the main reason why I don't miss it because I still have it. I just have it with people that matter.
No, I want it with people that don't matter so I can be wild. Because
then now it's like, oh, now we can be honest. Now we can be
right. Because I'm not going to disrespect people that matter like that.
Sure.
Like,
well, unless the people that matter disrespect me in the same.
Sure, that's different though.
Yeah, we just go back.
We can match levels. Yeah, we can match levels, but the other people, I can just start there.
Like, I love your energy, my guy. I need more of that.
You don't have as much as you think.
No,
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
Nigga, we know. No, we know now. That's not the point. That doesn't mean I don't miss. Toxic relationships exist, my guy.
True.
It's what it is.
True. Speaking of toxic relationships.
Oh, nigga.
That shit was disgusting, B. Like,
what's that?
Bruh, Toby, my guy.
Give her the beans. What up?
What's up, the beans?
The bad.
Toby was on some bullshit.
It was bad, and it's like one of my favorite songs that I think is probably
Hold up, y'all talking about Toby Maguire?
No, nigga, Tobe Duku Ngwe.
What the fuck did he do? Oh, go ahead.
Listen.
It's old. It's old.
But one of my favorite songs, I think probably one of the best songs that have ever been written, at least in the last 20 years. It's Try Jesus. Don't try.
I said it wrong. I'm sorry. Let me put some respect on this man's name because he is African. Tobe Chukwu Dube Nwigwe.
Yes.
Because I mixed up the two middle names.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
shit was ugly, man. It was ugly.
Like,
I certainly hope they've moved past that stage.
Really?
Because that's
I hope he's moved past that stage. Because clearly she's there for him. Like she is. She's clearly there.
I would like her I would like for her to have grown to the point where she don't accept that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that shit stunk.
That shit might have got me sent to the goulash because I sent the video to somebody like, yo, I could be like this because it's a joke. It's a joke complaining about how much of a dick I am. So I sent her that video like, yo, I could be like this.
She's like, shit.
And she like completely misunderstood.
She's like, to who? I ain't gonna be here for that shit.
Right.
God, nigga.
She completely misunderstood the point that I was making. So I gotta.
I don't even listen. I feel like this, and really, this
wait,
is
you have to amend
useless.
that?
No, it's just I gotta make sure she understands it was a fucking joke.
This joke. Listen, this is probably
you ain't useless. In the first
useless.
Like, it might be too
I told her
useless,
but it was 3 seconds.
I hope people that are going through would see that. I hope that was more helpful.
Yeah,
people to see that and then see it as a mirror. Like, yo, is that some the shit?
Right,
you dealing with right now?
Like Eddie, basically the idea is when they first met, Fat was like head over heels for him, and he was like, "No, I don't like you." And on its own, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
The issue comes in where this video from 4 years ago, they were telling the story of how they got together.
Yeah.
And every time that they would bring up something with their dynamic, it's like he was going out of his way to like put her down.
Yep.
Like she was like so yeah.
People?
In the video, nigga.
In the video.
That's nuts.
Like she was, for instance, she was like, yeah, you know how the whole boy meets girl thing usually goes. The guy sees the girl, he's like, okay, this is the girl I want to be with, blah, 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 blah. She like, in this situation, what up, Cindy? Like in this situation, it was the opposite. She was like, that was me, not him. And then she was like, but the thing is, I'm walking up to him. I'm trying to, I want to be with him, and he wasn't ready to be in a relationship at the time. And he's like, no, I wasn't ready to be in a relationship. I didn't want you.
Oh,
and I'm like, what the fuck?
Whoa. My thing is, I feel like he said him saying that, but still allowing her to be around. Like, if I don't want nothing to do with you.
Right,
you're not gonna be around me either.
But my thing is that's what it was, and that's what he said to her in private.
Nah, this didn't.
No, initially.
You know what I'm saying? And this, but you ain't supposed. Now that y'all together, ain't nobody else supposed to know like that. Like
it shouldn't be. It shouldn't. My thing is, if y'all decide that y'all gonna tell the story, fine. But when she says he wasn't ready for a relationship, you don't go to the extreme to be like, no. I wanted a relationship. I just didn't want
just not with you. Okay, that shit was ugly, yo.
No, and then they finally got together. Then they broke up. Then a little time passed, and they reconnected. They were being friends again, and then eventually they started a relationship again. And she was like, she was excited because this is what she always wanted. At first, she was a little hesitant because of past experience, understandable. Then when she finally was like, all right, cool, she started talking about stuff about the future and stuff. And his response was like, be humble.
Be humble. Lord.
Right.
Listen.
Nigga.
So you're doing her a favor, huh? I got you.
Nigga. Hey. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And the comments, they wowed them the fuck. Well, him the fuck out. And rightfully so.
Rightfully so.
Because the way I came across it was they recently did a video addressing the comments from that video. And then when he's putting the comments on the screen, I'm like, this don't sound like it apply to them. What the fuck is they talking about? And another comment. I'm like, nah, y'all bugging. And then I went back and watched that original video. And I'm like, oh, shit. This is why. I understand now. And I low-key agree. Because the only reason it's low-key is because as an adult, it is your responsibility not to be in that situation fed. That's the only reason it's low-key, because she chose to continue with the shits. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I can't.
I will say this too, fellas. Y'all go out here and have these little girls, have these daughters and shit. See what you do.
I will say this, because the girl I sent it to, she asked me if it got better, and at that point, I hadn't watched the whole thing, so I was like, no. But I will say this: no, really, that shit. But at some point throughout it, they were doing the responsible thing. They were both saying, like, she was like, ladies, if a guy tells you that he don't want you, believe him.
Yes.
And later on he was like, because he told her he wanted to take a break, and that was really, I don't want to be with you.
Yeah.
I've realized I don't want to be with you. And he said, hey, if a guy says he want to take a break, more than likely that may want. So at least they were responsible with that part of it.
Yes.
But still,
like I said,
all
you fathers out there who think it's a game,
stop laughing
and be rolling out,
right,
or not showing your daughter that type of affection or love that empowers her. You are the first male figure in their lives.
Word.
This is the bullshit. Some of the bullshit that happens when you don't do what the fuck you're supposed to do.
Absolutely.
When you don't let your little girl know that she's loved and valued. What's up, special space? This is what happens. Because when I saw that shit, it was ugly. Like that shit
was disgusting.
Ugly.
I mean, but to be fair, right?
No. No, nigga, no.
No, I'm not. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not on the side of him. Okay.
I believe you. I'm just saying. I already threw in the only acceptable caveat.
Right.
The fact that she's an adult.
Yeah.
Outside of that, nah. I'm not.
That shit was ugly. That shit was ugly, man.
Like just imagine, like pulling up.
What up, Austin?
And interrupting to be like, oh no, I didn't want to be with you.
Yeah, oh my goodness. And knowing that this was being recorded,
she did shut him up at one point, though. I will give her that. She did shut him up at one point because they was going back and forth about the taking a break part. Mm-hmm. And he was going on about how he didn't want to be with her and blah, blah, blah. And she was like, I'm your fiance. He was like, you know what? You're right.
Pipe down, my guy.
Yeah, yo, hush.
So she did shut him up at one point, but still. And like I said, they've been married for 4 years at this point.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you even still respond like that? Like,
well, no. Again, that was before they got married. That video came. That video was 4 years old.
Oh, okay.
The video that they put out recently, he actually did a song about it. Actually, let me see if I can pull it up because we're gonna get.
Yeah. Hey, did y'all do any phrasing last week?
No, because we're adults.
We're adults. See, we're not 12.
We only do that when we have the influence of you.
That's what's up. Yeah, I'm a fucking trendsetter. That's what's up.
Okay, sure. Let's go with that, my guy.
No, we're going with that.
No, I love you, bro.
Nah, I don't feel it.
Damn,
I really love you. No, I really love you. Here we go. I can't play the whole thing because it's a 4-minute joint. Yeah. But I'm about to play a little clip of it. This is the video that he did recently. Share screen. Let me see if I can get to trying to just start. Okay, this is the first bar.
Crib today and took time from my babies to reflect and have an introspective moment about my lady. Last month we made it 4 years and a blessing of matrimony. But know some folk who yoked and broke now both need alimony. Ratchet homies though they blasted for me and clap at phonies. Still detached from knowing how being vulnerable truly feels. And though I've had some classless moments, my past unfolded hood rats and rodents down my path to Damascus that truly healed. Every ailment before the mailman delivered agape in the form of fat who at first contact was a frivolous entree. We had dissonance, but her diligence and commitment when I was indifferent was equivalent to someone hit with the spirit and forced to lay prostrate. Overwhelming, potent, and pure, but undeniable. She's my friend when I had no ends, that made us somewhat sizable. Difference in how I would listen when she would express the intrinsic gem she saw within me that made me desirable to her, but I was sure it wasn't mutual. And around that time wasn't always kind, but I was always truthful. I'd rather lose you than use you, confuse you, seduce you, abuse you, or run through you like most dudes do.
Now here's the thing. I watched this video before I watched the 4 years ago joint, and I was like, "Oh, that's sweet." Watch this shit though.
Context is everything.
Context is everything.
Context is everything.
Toby Fat Matt. Was this part one? Yeah.
I was live. Just ran away from Grand Rapids.
Nothing happened in there. I was gonna get stuck in the saying that it wasn't where I was supposed to be, and I knew that. And
She seen me shining. First of
all, I met him there, and I didn't really see him
at
that. He thinks, y'all, he really thinks like at that moment I saw him, and I was like, from that moment on. But I didn't really see him at the event. I saw him at the nonprofit.
Let me just be honest with y'all real quick while my hair ain't done. Fat said that her homegirl was like,
the actual church service, not after that. You know, getting all the volunteers together.
I'm trying to find the one part.
I know it's part you looking for too.
I was like, man, I can bury this man. Like, this is like.
So Biddy says she's trying to wrap her head around the story. She has no idea.
Well, I'll do a wrap up after you find this part.
He was like,
I was like, stop.
Not at all.
I was like, you ever seen somebody when they look at you, they be literally like looking all the way into your mouth? Like they look like trying to see like what your tonsils are saying. Like, man, there's a vibration coming from the back of his neck. I'm trying to see what that is.
All right.
Let me show you. Fat would like bend the corner and like come back around the corner like this. And I'll be like, hey, stop looking at me like that.
Toby.
All right, but continue. So bottom line is she was like,
well, those roles were reversed.
Absolutely.
It was reversed. I was the one that was like, yo, like, you ready?
And hold on. And before y'all think like, dang, what's wrong with him? Nothing. She ain't look nothing like this. Her favorite store was Charlotte Russe.
Ain't nothing wrong with Charlotte Russe, ladies.
No, ain't nothing wrong with Charlotte Russe. If that's what you into, Charlotte Russe is cool for you. Don't feel bad. Everybody got different seasons. You gotta know how to do it. You gotta do it right. So Fat was into like bodycon dresses and vest on top of the dresses.
Out here. Let me tell you, when I left Michigan, I was like, I'm saying that I have a bowl cut literally right there. It's cut it like orange. My little fake Holly Berry going on. I was managing Charlotte. Well, I was working for Charlotte Russe at that time. I think I was just
nobody wanted.
He wasn't thinking about it. He
just say what I thought he just said.
Yeah.
I think he did, yo.
He said it.
He wasn't interested at all. He wasn't interested at all.
Keep going, Fat. All right, what happened next?
Nobody
wanted.
He wasn't.
Yeah, he did.
At that time, I think I was just about to get my management position. Nope. He wasn't interested at all. And that,
you had two choices. You could either
flee
from me.
So when he was like, you know, I'm not into you or whatever, he told me.
No. I said you. Like, I don't like you. Stop looking at me like that. I don't like you like that. You are. You know, when somebody look at you in church, you can't say like, "Hey, stop!" Like, get away from me. You got to say something like, "Hey, sis, what up, sis? Come on, sister."
He made it clear.
What up, family? What's going on, family? That's what I hit her with.
He made it clear that he did not look at me like in a romantic way.
Sister of come on, sister in Christ. Come on, all the colloquialisms. I gave it all to her. All right, keep going, Fat.
So I had a choice, right? I know what he wants, and I could become his friend
and
have him in my life.
It's not a relationship. I thoroughly wanted a relationship. I just did not want you. It's not that a relationship is not what he wanted. I just didn't want you.
With me. Okay.
There we go.
Let me say with me.
Praise God.
It makes them.
So
she should have ran.
Bruh.
Praise God.
Ran. Like she should have teleported out that bitch.
Facts.
All we should have heard was a bamf,
right?
And brimstone.
Right.
She's been out of there.
Facts. All right. So, Joe says that vocabulary is good. He's an amazing rapper.
He's dope. He's fine.
That's normal for Toby. Like, So, Biddy, basically, it's this amazing rapper that we fuck with, and one of his biggest like things is that's his wife. One of his biggest things is his wife is like a really big like part of his brand, like who he is. Right. She's like enjoys. I'm not enjoy. She like features on a vast majority of his songs and all that type stuff. Like they do this together. Right. Like before I saw this video, I would have said this is one of those examples of black love, right? That these people that have problems with it or don't understand it need to see, right? And then
let's just start it off toxic as fuck, my guy. Yo, so many red flags just within the snippet that you showed in that video. Be like, nah.
And Eddie, it's only part one. It's a 5-part thing.
Yeah.
What the? Yo, how long are the videos?
like 5 minutes.
Oh,
there's one that's like 8 minutes.
Okay.
But they're not super long, but still. I'm like, what the fuck? I wish if I remembered off the top of my head which one he told her to be humble in, I would have played that one too. But nigga. And Joe says I stepped away. What did he say? He said like a hooker nobody wants.
Why would you?
Yeah.
Not on video, fam. Like,
bruh.
Not on video. I mean, not even in person, but
no.
Not even in person. But I will feel more
none of that
saying that in person
than in a video.
Where
the world is
do you have any idea how far in out of cave this chest if he was talking to my kid like that?
And you know what's so nuts? She was doing his hair. Like I was surprised she ain't like yoke his shit.
Yo, right?
What the fuck you say? Say it
pulled
again.
that shit out by the roots.
You
right?
Fuck out of here.
No. At that, apparently, see, it's when talking about this, particularly with people that aren't necessarily familiar with Toby and Fed.
Right.
It's kind of not that I'm torn on what happened at all. It's just that sometimes I make the mistake of not realizing if they're talking about what's going on in the video presently,
right,
or what has been said.
Yeah, because it still could be continuing. And
there's some time shifting stuff.
Yeah,
they're literally talking about past events,
right?
But in the present, they're talking about the past. Past, which is 2017, but what happened to them happened before 2017.
Right.
It's a whole thing.
Right.
It kind of makes you wonder, like, are they? Why? It's like, okay, if that happened, then why y'all still talking about it now? You know what I'm saying? So, the
way that they phrased, they shaped it was they were telling their origin story, like the story of how they got together.
Yeah. But it's just the way that Buddy was talking, like he still feel that way. When he needs to make it submit to like, yo, I ain't want you.
Yo,
right.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
This is
just remember, like I chose you.
This is why it's so hard. This is why what SBJ means when he says it's not that he's torn about what dude did. It's like whether or not, like, what's going on, because we're talking about you were this toxic back then, but I'm witnessing y'all engage about this now, and you coming off.
Yeah,
you coming all crazy, right?
Yeah.
So,
and here's the thing: when he's saying, "Here's my big indicator," which could be wrong. It's not a fact thing. It's just one of my things that I use to gauge how things are happening.
Right.
He wasn't contrite when he was quoting himself from years ago.
Yep.
But he didn't seem contrite when referencing those quotes.
Right.
Yeah, because he seemed like he was saying it the same way that he meant it.
Right.
Like, yo, you don't have to remember. You're like, yeah,
bro, I'm here to tell you right now.
You know,
there are certain stories. There are certain stories I can tell y'all about some fuckery I did years ago. When you hear the shame in my voice, man, they talk about this shit. Me and Eddie talk about. You will hear the shit, yo. You will hear.
It's not like he was trying to remind you, like, yo, remember this is how it was. Like, nah, right? She knows that.
I don't hear none of that.
I don't hear the shame, yo. I don't hear the shame at all. Like, I just,
and it's like, bruh, what are we?
Because if you feel like you fucked up and she was the one for you, then like, yeah, I was foul. I talked to her a while. You know, I didn't have to do that.
Here's what I have to say. I lean towards believing that that's the case. That he realizes that he fucked up and she's the one for him because they're married, and he's it's not like, no. Let me finish. Okay. Because they're married, and it's not like he's some nobody. Like Toby could, realistically, even if it wasn't a true love situation, he could be with someone else. Just off of the strength of him being Toby. So, but I saw one of the comments. She can
be with somebody else too.
That's what I was about to say. I saw one of the comments on the original Facebook video that they did, and it was something to the effect of that's why he keeps her pregnant so that she can be happy and she won't leave him. And I'm like, what? And then another one was like, he keep having babies with her because he know ain't nobody gonna want somebody with 3 and 4 babies. And I'm like, all right, Now y'all being a little,
y'all
going a little far now.
I ain't gonna hold you. Those statements are very familiar. I have heard motherfuckers say shit like this a lot, like in my years.
Is always pregnant.
You know what I'm saying? And not just about her specifically, just in general, the consensus has been, I hear dudes say this all the time. Oh, she got a certain amount of kids. I've heard women say if the guy has a certain amount of kids, he don't want to be with her. I'm just saying, the whole thing about being abusive verbally and psychologically to people, as addictive as that is, unfortunately for the person that's on the end of that abuse, it's also addictive for the person giving the abuse.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, they want someone that they're able to do that too. So that's why when you said they was married, I was like, I know plenty of married
that ain't necessarily going to translate to another person.
Right.
Yeah.
That next person that you with ain't necessarily going to take that.
Facts.
Fuck no.
That might definitely ready your shit, B.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said, hopefully they've both moved past. Well,
because that video was in 2017.
Yeah.
To be clear, so that was some years ago,
right?
And hopefully there was some growth, from that time till now. But
one of the things he did say, he this is partially biblical. He said he ran into someone because basically he was saying he had feelings for Fed. He cared about her deeply, but he was like one of the reasons he was hesitant about being in a relationship with her is because he didn't feel that butterfly thing. And he said he told one of his mentors that, and he said one of his mentors gave him the whole thing about like love. You can't command an emotion.
Right.
I can tell you to do something specifically. I can tell you to do something physically. What up? I can tell you to do something physically. I can't command you to feel sad. I can't be like, yo, feel sad right now.
Right.
It does nothing. Right. So he was saying that the love that you're talking about is something that could pop up at any given time, but that is also a feeling that could be hidden for a moment in time because of whatever's going on in the situation. He said you need to worry about the actions of love. He said as long as you got that, then you can actually be in this relationship and make this relationship actually work. And the emotions of it, they come and go. You emotions are fleeting. Yeah. So when the
thing is, what I typically find, and I think a lot of people don't see it that way because what they do is they take the emotional realm and they place it in this place outside of themselves.
Right.
And no, emotions are biochemical. It's a biochemical response to stimulus.
Right. So
it's about what you're doing. It's literally about what someone's doing to you.
Absolutely.
What you're doing. Like that. That's and like you said, emotions are fleeting.
Yeah.
You could be in one state now.
Right.
And then a completely different state an hour.
Absolutely. From then. That emotion is just a response.
It's a response to stimulus. So the trick of it, I think, is your overall responses to this person and them being a part of your life and the things y'all do for each other and how that makes y'all feel. Overall, not minute to minute, not hour to hour, because humans.
Yeah, it's not realistic.
It's not realistic. That's not going to be a thing. It's about overall. Could you imagine would you want to imagine your life without it?
Right.
Y'all know, as much as I always talk about leaving, getting out of here. Yo, honestly, I don't picture a scenario of me doing that without my wife.
Right. Facts.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're at that with that other person, then you're overall.
You're there. That's where you. Yeah.
Right.
But y'all got other things y'all got to work through.
Yeah. And that's always going to be the case.
Yeah.
Until you old and moldy and y'all can't move and y'all like, that's always going to be the case. But it's the overall. And again, he could have been a lot more kind in the way they were retelling that time because, like Addie said, it felt like you still was litigating that thing from back then. In your head, you still felt that you needed to control the narrative of that to let her be understood. I did you a favor. Because I ain't want no parts of you. Silly. I want no parts of you. What you gonna do? You're black. You're ugly. That's how that shit came off. He came off like Mr. Yo. He came off like Mr. Yo. Any of y'all that never saw The Color Purple, listen. Either go watch it or go on YouTube and look at clips.
Or just wait for the new one to come out.
Or wait for the new one. I don't know if that needed to be done. But I mean, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do what they do anyway. I don't know if it needed to be done. I literally watched that last year. I know Star Wars shit. I know Color Purple shit. Yo, it didn't seem like it needed to be redid. It just didn't. Like, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna watch the new one.
Sure. Because it's got people in it.
Yep, exactly. I've never seen the original one. It was one of my best friends. It was her favorite movie of all time. So
that's crazy.
I know quote after quote after quote from it because she would just randomly break out in the Color Purple quotes.
She'd randomly look at you and go, "Nothing good gonna happen to you two." Go. Just randomly. Yo, my brother Sean. I'll never forget when his oldest son Bean was a baby toddler. He was being ridiculous, just out of control. Needed his diaper changed and all that other shit. He was acting crazy. Sean went up there, picked him up, put him on the bed, gave a couple of these to his leg, took it off, cleaned him up, put it back on him. He's still crying. Sean got up, walked and turned around and said, "Ain't nothing gonna happen to you." Yo, I was dying in there. Yo. Man.
I just put a link in there, Cindy.
Damn, Cindy said she remember her mom confiscating the book. The English teacher gave her another copy. Wow, that's crazy.
I just dropped a link to the story for you, Cindy. All right, let's get this show on the road.
Oh yeah, gotta do that.
Oh yeah, we ain't been here. Like, what do you mean? You've been here.
Oh no, I forgot what we do. My man, it's so long.
True.
Phrasing. Damn.
I was drinking water. I didn't get a chance.
I mean,
and I was trying to get myself together for the intro.
Oh no, y'all got it. My bad. What's up, free thinker?
What up, free thinker?
What up, free thinker? Me. Do re mi fa sol.
Yeah, I remember this shit. All right, I know where I'm at.
All right, got it. Welcome everyone to the Black Culture Geeks podcast. This is my man SPJ.
You
and my guy Adequate.
Yeah.
And I am Tombstone the Dead Man. And we are just a few geeks talking about pop culture from a black perspective. Facts indeed. Now, this is going to be a truncated show today.
Yeah.
Not going to be as long as it usually is. Got stuff I have to take care of. But now that we're here, you noticed last week. We are here. Last week, conspicuous by his absence, was Addie.
Hi guys.
So Addie's back now, and since he was gone last week,
I'm not even gonna fight. I'm not even gonna fight about it. I get it.
He's going to be the first person to tell us how his week was.
So, fam, check it, right?
That's a horrible start. I already know it's about to be some shit.
No, listen, DK, listen, right? So, remember when I was like, yo, people need to stop playing with me?
Ever?
Yes, I do remember you saying that. And
in perpetuity.
Us telling you.
No, I remember I came to terms with that.
Sure.
Okay.
I think one of my biggest things for real, people don't be understanding what I'm saying to them, fam. Like,
that's possible.
Now, wait a minute. Is that a matter of their comprehension or your form of expression?
No, listen. It got to be their form of fucking the matter of their comprehension, my nigga. Okay. Like, I don't speak in riddles. I don't speak in like subtlety or none of that shit.
Last time I had a phone call with you, you started off by saying, "Riddle me this."
But was it a riddle though?
That's not. Is that the point though?
I don't think that's the point. Is it?
I don't give a fuck. Anyway, fuck that. So I just think like it's just like I came to the conclusion like, yo, like I'm just misunderstood, and that's just what it's going to be. Because I feel like,
let me ask you this before you continue. Do you feel you're misunderstood by certain people, or do you feel you're misunderstood by everyone?
Oh, not by everyone, because y'all niggas get me. Because like there's certain things that I would tell y'all be like, oh no, I get it. Even if I'm like coming at it from a wrong perspective or dealing with it wrong, y'all be like, nah, I get what you mean. Oh shit.
Right.
But yeah, so I just it is some people like I just have to understand like they're just not gonna get it, and I gotta live with that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No, and that was a lot of shit that I was dealing with last week. That's a short end of it because I'll get into it with y'all off screen.
Thanks.
But what else? Oh, I started the fucking remember I was telling y'all about the
study?
Yeah, I started.
You're smoking right now?
Hey, yo, listen, fam.
Yo, you are actually smoking right like currently.
Currently,
right now, you speak.
All right, what do you guys understand what I told you about the study?
It's supposed to help you stop smoking.
Yeah.
Okay, and I just started it yesterday.
Oh, so you ain't say yesterday?
Yeah, that's what.
I thought that was a week. The whole
you've been gone. No. Yeah, like
I was supposed to go last week, but then we got our wires crossed because they gave me like 2 different dates and all. They did the same shit like pretty much.
They gave you, so the reason you got your wires crossed is because they gave you 2 different dates, so you didn't know what day you were supposed to be starting it. And secondly, you got your wires crossed because you're smoking.
Anyway, so yeah,
I mean, if they gave me 2 dates, I would have just went to the first one because
I tried to go to the first one.
Oh, okay.
I feel like you keep skipping things. Why weren't you able to go to the first one?
I wasn't. Man, let's not talk about the past. It don't matter.
Okay.
In order, and then I went to the first one yesterday, and it was cool. Like that, but they asked like mad invasive questions, fam. Like,
well, yeah,
they have to get to the bottom of what you're doing over there.
No, okay, fine, I get that. Like when they asked me about like my alcohol history and cigarette history, like I'm open with it because I know what I am. You know, so I'm not ashamed of like I'm an addict. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm addicted to the shit. Right. But then they asked me like, yo, like my sexual past and all that. So I'm like, yo, whoa.
Yeah, that's involved.
That has something to do with it.
I mean, which I could get, but like, all right. So the question I was
did they ask you for your number afterwards?
Oh no.
Then you good.
You good.
She would have been able to get my number because she was like straight Everton, but whatever. Shout out to her though. She was cool. She did her job well. Nah, but the question she asked, she was like, "Oh, so what was your sexual experience before the age of 13?" I'm like, "What?" And she was like, have you ever at like before the age of 13, have you ever forced somebody to have sex with you? I'm like,
they're trying to see if sexual deviancy has anything to do with your addiction to drugs and alcohol. Like, what do you?
That's what it is, B.
Okay, fam, I get that after the fact.
No, I mean you get it now. At the time,
I'm like, what the
he was like, "Are you trying to call me a rapist?"
You know,
right.
And before the age of 13,
I mean, there was that one thing that I can't say on.
Don't do that.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say
that. No, that was no, it wasn't that easy. Shut up. These people,
there's literally no context.
No, that's facts. That's facts.
There's somebody will think
they're gonna cancel me before I even get a chance.
You're right.
That was ass.
My bad.
All right, so like after the whole questionnaire shit, that shit, yo, I swear, yo, that shit took like at least like 45 minutes. Cause like every time, so this is how it goes. So if you answer a question yes or no, it opens up the opportunity for them to ask you more questions.
Right.
So she was like, "Oh, so we only have a few more questions to go." So as soon as I answer yes to one, it's like 20 more fucking questions. Oh, God. And mind you, I don't like talking to people.
Right.
And then I'm in this cold ass room with not a white beater on, but like like this same t-shirt on. I'm just like, man, and I'm cold too. So like I'm kind of getting irritable. And plus I haven't
put a hoodie on.
No, because it ain't cold. It ain't cold out here no more. It was like 80 yesterday, fam.
See, this is what I can't stand. You, Cindy McKenna. This is the whole thing right here, right?
No, damn, I should have said that with a smile. It was 80 yesterday.
Yo,
ooh, it's like, damn, it's 66 now though. Mostly cloudy. That helps.
Yo,
and look,
there's nothing crazier. There's nothing crazier than whatever. Continue your story, my guy.
All right, so then after that shit, she was like, "Oh, so we have to do a reading." So they put these I don't know if those kids. That's what I was thinking. So I was like, "Yeah,
funny."
So
no, they put the joints on your temples.
No, on my fingertips. On my
fingertips.
Oh, damn.
And on my wrist, right?
Okay.
And then she had to take my blood pressure and all that shit. So she does that, and she was like, "All right, but you got to sit still during the reading." So I sat still.
Wait a minute, hold on. What was your blood pressure like?
Bro, my shit's wild. Like,
yeah, you got.
It's up there. I gotta get it together.
You gotta get control of that. That shit will fuck up your kidneys. You gotta get control of that shit. You got to.
Yeah. So check it. So she's like, "All right, you gotta sit still." So I sit still, do my blood pressure, all that. And then she was like, "All right, so answer these questions." So the questions were like, "Oh, how am I feeling right now?" As far as like not smoking since 5, because I could. So the thing with this is they make you do a breathalyzer before you come in, so like you can't smoke after 5 the day before you go do the test. You know what I'm saying? So I made sure like I didn't smoke after 5 yesterday, and that shit was fam.
Yo, he had like a whole pack at 4:30.
No, I ain't gonna hold you. Like I was thinking about like going all out,
right?
But I only had like one cigarette at 3.
If you don't went all out, and after they did their readings, they would have admitted you into the emergency room. They were like, hold up, this guy.
Yeah, they might have.
This guy.
Yeah, no, but like when I like 3 something, and then the other one I did like, all right, I'm gonna do it at 4:45, and then I stopped at like 4:56 or some shit.
Right.
Turned the shit off or whatever. So then they asked me these questions like how I felt. Yo, all my answers like pretty like negative.
Yeah.
So then, mind you, she said, "All right, so we got to do another reading, but we're going to watch a 5-minute video." So it was a 5-minute video of like the behavioral things that people do when they smoke, like whether they're drinking with it, whether they're ashing. There was like one part of the video where like the dude was like holding the cigarette, just like playing around with it and all that shit. That shit was so fucking satisfactory just seeing that shit.
Yo.
So the video ends. The same questions are asked.
And you felt worse. Or you felt better.
No. Yeah, yo, my demeanor straight changed. I answered like happy, excited, and all that shit.
Wow.
Because I'm like, yo, because as soon as I leave out this bitch, you know what I'm about to do. Back to the bullshit. Straight up. So then she unhooks me from everything, does my blood pressure shit again. And gives me like pays me or whatever. I get outside, I'm like, yeah, back to the bullshit. Shorty's like, you sure you don't want to wait? I'm like, wait, like it's been like 12, 14 hours. Like, I'm not waiting for this shit. Like, I did what I was supposed to do.
Right.
But it did show me that, like, yo, there's since it's like a behavioral thing, you know, it showed me like, yo, there are triggers that make me want to smoke. You know what I mean? Like, I enjoy it. So like that's something that I like literally noticed. So I just want to see like what happens more in the study. And hopefully like that shit could help me stop smoking. But if not, then I get paid money. So win-win lose situation.
Or no, or not. If not, let's just not do that. Like
not do what? Do you know me? You know who you talking to?
Nigga, let's just not. If not. Whatever happens. No, listen to what I'm saying. Whatever happens. Yes,
yeah,
let's not.
Let's not.
Whatever happens. Clearly, we know that. That's how the world works. But at the same time, there's no reason to even conceptualize that.
You know what Yoda said?
Do or do not.
Or do not.
True.
There is no try.
And then there was another question she was asking, like, yo, how long, like, have you ever went periods without smoking? I'm like, yeah, like, but
I've been on a plane before.
No, there's like been times where I went like months without smoking and shit, but it's like it wasn't because I wanted to.
This nigga said you've been on a plane before.
You know what I mean? It was like not because I wanted, it's because I couldn't. No, I heard you, fam, but I was trying to shit off.
He's trying to drown that shit out.
Yeah, gotcha.
That's pretty much it. Oh yeah, then I thought I had COVID too. Because I had a sore throat like all like Monday and Tuesday and shit. So then Wednesday, like I just was like coughing mad hard.
That's the cigarettes, by the way.
It could be. I don't know.
Really funny, and not.
Yeah, at the same time, right?
Same time, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Let Addy be the butt of the joke.
That's hilarious.
And also,
no, that's really funny.
And also, phrasing. So,
but on the bright side, I'm COVID free. So
that's good news.
I kind of figured that when you said I thought I had COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up.
Why you gotta like you? Like, why can't you be something other than you? Like
elsewhere? No, elsewhere doesn't exist. Else who?
What about
else who? We're doing that now. Skate Cannon. Else who?
I'll teach you.
Else who? Because elsewhere is a word.
Yeah, sure.
So else who
is else who? Why can't you be someone else? Else who?
Yeah, else who?
Or Elsa from
who? No, who if?
No, I'd rather not. Who if? Okay. All right. All right with that. Who if?
That's pretty much like what my shit's been like. I mean, there's more shit, but I know we gotta cut it short today,
so I got two things I want to talk about.
But hold up. Also, I'm glad to be back. So
glad to have you. Glad to have you back. So went and took stress tests, heart stress tests, and all that because I was having these crazy ass symptoms. The dull ache in the chest, shortness of breath. That became really recognizable to me when I attempted to record a verse.
Yeah,
and really recognizable to me, right? It didn't get past the 6th bar, so that was concerning. Though a lot of those symptoms, though, I've had like going the last 5-6 years or whatever, right? But they're happening with more frequency, the fluttering heart thing and all that shit. So when did that? Now I took the same stress test last year. It did not have the effect on me last year afterwards that it did this year, which also leads me to believe there's some issue going on there that I won't necessarily know anything about exactly what it is until Tuesday when I have to go for the follow-up shit, right?
The waiting.
Yeah, the whole waiting thing.
Yeah.
But what it's forced me to do is like compartmentalize certain things that I need to, or want to do. So the whole walking shit, I'm not doing the 6-mile shit because I don't think I could. I don't think I could right now, right? So I might just walk around the block a couple times, come back just to get that exercise, right?
Yeah.
As far as rapping, of course, no live performances out. That's been out.
That's been out.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as recording, this is the whole magic of studio shit. Is you can
punch in
and get shit done that way. So I'll be doing that until there's a fix or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm hoping the fix is via medication and not any kind of surgery because I don't want to be cut on at 52. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? But whatever the case is, I will make sure to keep people updated on what's going on with that.
Yeah.
Second thing I want to talk about. So you know how when you're growing up, you have your moms, your mom. That's the one that brought you in this world, take care of you. And then you got neighborhood mothers, your friends' mothers.
Yep.
Right. These are women in your community that know that you hang out with their kids. They look out for you. you're out there in them streets wilding and they see you, they're gonna pull your coat about that. And if you see them, you instantly stop because you don't want that smoke. And also you feel shame.
They're gonna tell your mother. Like,
yeah. And you feel shame. Like you don't want to do that in front of them. You ain't acting crazy in front of them. These the mothers that when you over their house, they feed you. Facts. Every time. If they notice anything to look off with you, they're going to put you all of that. So I didn't have a lot of those. I had a couple. Because when I was coming up, a lot of the mothers around the neighborhood viewed me with the eye of suspicion. Right?
Oh, did they?
For some stuff, yeah, they should have. But other ones, they was bugging. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let you tell it, right?
You know right. Look, I'm the only one around smashing their daughters. You know what I'm saying? Like
influencing their sons negatively,
climbing out of windows and all that shit.
Look, right. Running around with a shotgun.
Yes.
With some of those situations, yes. But some of them, it was bugging, and it wasn't me. It was their kid. You know what I'm saying? It was their kid.
Let's just pass the buck, right?
They ain't want to acknowledge the fact that it was their kid. But one of those mothers was Miss Mary Lassane. She is the mother of my first producer, Sean Black, aka Sean Lassane. She passed away yesterday morning. And yes, I wanted to definitely send condolences officially from the show.
Absolutely,
Sean Black and to his kids for the loss of Miss Mary. It's a big loss. I ain't gonna hold you. It fucked me up yesterday. It did because the last time I heard her voice, I think it was either in December or January. I can't remember what, but on the Facebook video chat, me and Sean was on that, and I could hear her in the background. She says, "That's my son Landon." You know what I'm saying? Because that's how she used to introduce people to me. Her son Landon, right? Because I was over there all the goddamn time. Let me tell you. I was telling SBJ, we'd be over there in that little studio room, cussing up a storm. Motherfuck this, motherfuck that, shit that, nigga this, nigga that. That's in conversation and in song. Conversation and in song. Miss Mary ain't never tripped. She never tripped. We was in there sometimes for hours coming up with songs and doing all this other stuff. Meanwhile, she'd be out there in the kitchen cooking food so that we was done. We had food to eat or whatever. Used to make cakes and shit. This is their shit. Tell her at her time, her significant other at the time, Eric, don't touch that. That's theirs. Wow. Right? Like when I was going through that really, really stupid period of my life where I felt like I was at war with everybody in my own house, Miss Mary always extended a hand to say, you come live here if you need to. Right? I don't care what time of day or night. Because I ain't had no curfew. Right. I was wilding, right? Sean ain't had no curfew either, right? So it could have been 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. I walk right in the house.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she was a special woman, yo. Special woman. And by Sean being the only child, I think she really saw the importance of the people.
Oh, yeah.
Kids, you know what I'm saying? Coming over there. And she is going to be truly, truly missed. Wow. Truly, truly missed. So rest in peace, Miss Mary. Absolutely. And that was my week.
Hey, yo, to piggyback off what you said to him, like I've had 2 mothers like that. That's like not my mother, but they like my mother. They introduced me like they son and shit. One of them is Miss Betty, the one that I talked about on the pod. That
I had a Miss Betty.
She was the sweetest. And another one was like Miss Sandra. Like what you just said with you and Sean.
Yeah.
And his mother. That's how it was with me and. Well, that's how it is with me and Mark's mother. Like, and all our friends and all that shit. Like my homies in high school. Like he would have like big ass parties, and she wouldn't trip. Or I would just always be there. And she'd be like, Jamie, and then Jamaican, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know how Jamaican people are. Like, if Jamaican people, they like real blunt and shit. If they don't like you, they don't like you, and they gonna know that shit. And they don't offer you a plate of food while they
don't fuck with you.
Yeah,
they don't fuck with you. Yeah, they don't fuck with you.
But I just wanted to just put that little anecdote out there. That's how Miss Sandra is, and like the way that you feel about losing Sean's mother, I would feel the same way about losing Miss Sandra. So
for sure,
I get
sure.
Word. All right.
Your shit sounds like it's about to be stressful, B.
Should I start with the shenanigans or should I?
No, like you always tell me, and on a good note.
Okay. All right. So this shit at work.
The SBJ Work Chronicles.
I just
volume 15.
There's never been a run of time in my 13 years with this. I ain't gonna say never. No, there's never been a run of time in my 13 years in this position, because the other time was before I was in this position. Phrasing. Where I have been so frustrated with my job. So there is a list of things that I don't like about how the company handles things, but that's in perpetuity. That's nothing that changes, because these are the rules. This is how things go. So you kind of learn to deal with that. It's like a noise gate. Like that is just constant. So you deal with everything above it.
Right.
But this shit. So with this new program, this new system that we trying to get out and running. What you eating on, my guy? I look good.
Munching
and shit. Look good. It look real good. I ain't gonna hold you. Oh, the egg Mickey?
Bro.
Okay.
Mickey.
They got the cheat shit.
Oh.
They had that. Which I think is stupid, because you can just get the hash brown in the middle. You know what I mean?
Right.
There, but
I want everybody to pay attention.
No, it's the secret menu shit. Yo, I went to do no, leave him alone.
They call it the menu hack.
Okay. Yeah, the menu hack. Yeah.
Let the record show.
I'm mad about that. I'm mad about that because I went one day. I don't even go to McDonald's. I went one day because I was hanging out with the one that I sent the Toby video. I was hanging out with her, and we lost track of fucking time. And I was not going to be able to cook when I got in the house. So I was like, all right, I need to grab something. The really most convenient thing between her house and my house is McDonald's. So I'm like, I really don't fuck with McDonald's.
That's
like
how
that.
I be feeling.
But
the fries.
Yeah, fries are amazing. That's what I was. In my head, I was like, no matter what I get, I gotta get fries. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, bet. Let me. What's even available right now? And I look, I'm like, oh, the menu hack. I heard about this shit. I ain't never get nothing from it. I went to get the crispy double, my guy. Right? I went to get the crispy double.
Hold up, with or without cheese?
With cheese.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Went to get the crispy double. Ordered that shit. She was like, all right, cool. I'm like, oh shit. Paid for it. I'm eating the fries on the way home because you can't not eat the fries. Eating the fries. I get home. I'm ready. What the fuck?
I just want y'all to realize when next time they call me greedy, y'all see what this is right here, right? Y'all see what this is, right? I just want y'all to realize that we need time to acknowledge that, and back to your regularly scheduled program.
Wow. That was good.
Yo!
I was both like, what?
Anyway, so by the time I get home, the fries gone. Because,
of course.
Come on now.
Come on.
Come on now. So I grab the bag, grab my drink, go in the house, doing my little ditty bop, because I'm about to eat a little crispy double.
The food bop. The food bop.
Oh, yeah. So now, open the bag.
How you doing it?
No, that's
how I'm
bag.
already eating bop. Like,
Facts. I open the bag. Why the fuck do I have a McDouble and a 6-piece nugget. No, nigga, I didn't order them separately. I ordered the menu hack.
Right.
These nuggets is supposed to be on the sandwich.
Yeah. Facts.
I'm like, yo, y'all just gonna be lazy with the menu hack?
You know, that's like, that's like them putting a head of lettuce, right? In the bag, a head of lettuce in the bag with some meat and bread still in the wrapper.
Right.
I'm mad at the menu hack because I feel like I don't know how the rest of y'all feel.
Look at this nigga with food.
I was the first nigga that put hash browns on the sausage egg muffin with cheese. And, you know what I'm saying? I was the first one that did that. Yeah.
No, the crispy double. No, the crispy double is the 6-piece and the McDouble combined. It's supposed to be on one vessel, but they was being lazy as fuck.
They
just gave them to right. I didn't order this, but whatever. It is what it is. Anyway, back to I don't even know how the fuck we got. Okay.
Regular schedule program. You know what I'm saying? He's greedy ass motherfucker.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's
Eddie talking with food in his hand like this.
I know the fucking vibes.
SPJ over there.
No, hold time. This is Eddie's fault, right?
I'll take that.
Because here I have further proof. Last week, neither one of us ate on stream.
Nope.
Oh, so y'all try to act right when I'm not around, huh? Okay. No. That's cool.
Is you have changed the tone of the show. We never was this food focused until you got on.
Nah, big.
That's cap. Yeah, put that on me.
All right. So with this new program that we're trying to get rolled out, mind you, it was supposed to be finished at all of the properties by last October.
Right.
We're at the second property now.
Right.
And I mentioned the person who like is basically kind of holding everything up. So I mentioned last week I had a meeting with this person and we talked about it, and she was like, she said to me two very specific things. I'm about to be on vacation. I come back Wednesday, but I will be working while I'm on vacation. So if anything comes up, don't hesitate to send it to me.
Crazy.
I mean, I guess
if anything comes up.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. So, and she also said, I'm not trying to hold the process up. I just want to, whenever there's a decision or something to make, I just want to be that extra set of eyes. I'm like, cool. I legitimately believe you don't want to hold the process up. 100%. Because like I said, I know this person. I have no issues working with this, like the actual working with, no problem whatsoever, ever in my entire time in the company. So that was Tuesday. Wednesday morning comes after I went to that second place and walked through stuff and got some things that they wanted implemented with the program and whatnot. I had this list. Wednesday morning, she texted me about something else. And I say to her, hey, I got these notes from this place. I'm going to go ahead and put them in an email form and I'm going to send them to you. She says, okay. That was Wednesday morning. I sent her the email. This Tuesday comes. This Tuesday comes. I still had no response.
Wow.
So I'm talking to my other coworker who is like working on this with me as well. And I'm like, yeah, I still haven't heard from her, blah, 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 blah. She needed her for something else. So we went down to the floor that she works on, not looking for her. I went there for something else. And she asked two of the people that were on the floor, hey, when does such and such come back? Because it was Tuesday at this point, and she was supposed to come back Wednesday. They're like, oh, she came back yesterday. She was here all day. All right. So Tuesday comes. I mean, it's still Tuesday. And end of the day, I went to the location, checked my email, still no response from her.
Right.
Wednesday comes. I see her in the hallway. Now, while this was going on, another thing popped up. Now, here's the thing. There are certain things that with this program, if there are things that I absolutely know need to be fixed and I know what the answer is,
right.
I'm not going to wait for feedback. I'm going to let everybody know what I'm doing,
right?
But I'm just going to do it.
Right.
Because we all know it needs to be taken care of immediately. Like, yeah, there's no reason to hold that up.
Right.
So it was something like there were a bunch of addresses missing on the application, and we all know we need those addresses there. So I put that in motion.
Right.
So I went into her Wednesday, and she's talking to me about the address thing. I'm like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. She says, is there anything else? I said, I sent you an email. She said, you did? I said, yeah. We talked about this. She said, when did you send it? I said, Wednesday. Last Wednesday? Yeah. Yes. I'm so glad I had my mask on. Because
the look on your face.
Yeah, I sent last one. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna go check that now. Wednesday ends, still no response. Thursday comes. At that point, I'm like, I got two options. I can either go bug the fuck out of her every time I see her, or I can tell my boss. I don't really want to do either one of those things.
Oh, well, for me, I only had one option. Bug the shit out of her every time I see her.
I don't want to do that.
I understand.
Yeah,
it fits into my whole schedule.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, but I don't want to do either one. I don't want to do that one because I don't want to do that one because I wouldn't want nobody to do that shit to me. That's the main reason.
You learned to troll. It's not instinctual. Me, nigga. She's behind the computer. My head pops up on the screen. You know what I'm saying? She come out of the ladies' room. I'm standing there like. She at lunch. I go to sit down. My shit go. My plate go right there.
You gonna eat your cornbread?
Like, that's just what I'm doing. You know
so the other option again is telling my boss, which I don't want to do because I don't want to put them against each other. That's not helping. It's not helpful to me,
right?
Because I would be in the middle of it. Yeah, so I don't want that shit. And I thought of a third option. Like shit, I could just send her the email again with like, hey, I need please advise. Like,
yeah,
what up?
Yeah,
what up? So I did that because I consulted with my supervisor, who's not my supervisor. They actually happen to be sisters. So I'm like, yo, like what do I do? Like,
right.
Help me. Because if there's anybody in the world that knows what I'm dealing with, your boss is my boss.
Nice.
No, Sean is a good. That might work.
That's the next step. Actually, that's the next step. So I sent that message. The day goes right before it's time for me to leave to go to the field. To that point, still no response. I get a call from the manager at this second place. She like, hey, I need your help. I'm like, what's up? She said, this such and such part of the program needs to be removed. I said, I know. She said, what you mean you know? I said, I'm aware. Y'all told me. Are we going to do anything about it? Yeah, as soon as I get a response from such and such, because I'm not making no type of moves like that without them saying.
Facts.
She like, what's the holdup? I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Yo.
She's like, all right. She said, all right, I'm gonna call her. I said, please do. I get out. I go out, do my thing. That place is my last stop. I'm there. I'm like, hey, you talk to her? She said, yeah, I talked to her. She said, she understands, and she asked me if I had anything else, and I told her that all other things that we gave to James already. And she said out of her mouth, yeah, that's probably what's in that email. I'll get on it now. This was Thursday. Damn. At this moment, I still don't have a response.
Of course not.
Let me double check. The last time I checked was Friday. Let me. I don't know. I might. Nope. No.
Did you title the emails?
That's not even necessary at this point. Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing that I forgot to mention. Here's the other thing that I forgot to mention. Outside of this project that we're working on, she's still HR. I'm still IT. Right? Oh. So somebody in the field had an issue with something that they wanted our help with, and they called her. She sent me an email about that. But still has yet to respond to the email that I sent her.
Oh.
I'm like, yo, what is...
Bless her heart.
Here's the thing.
Hell no.
I'm trying to handle this in a way that goes against every petty bone in my body. Because
therein lies your problems.
There are two things that I can do. No, fuck both of y'all. There are two things that I can do. Here's the conclusion that I've come to. There are two things that I can do to satisfy that petty itch. One of them is telling my boss, which again I've already explained. I'm not going to because that doesn't really help me.
No,
it does satisfy my petty bone, but then it just puts me smack dab in the middle of World War III, pun intended.
Yes.
So the other thing, which is what I'm probably going to end up going with, is fuck it.
Yeah. You can always say fuck it.
Yeah, there's nothing else I can do.
You can always say fuck it, but
there's literally nothing else I can do.
I would
there are problems.
That I would simply suggest just take my suggestion.
I did that already, Katniss.
No.
That was the last email that I sent. Oh, it had the original email attached to it.
What you could do is what I suggested. You book the shit out of it. That satisfies your petty bone. Listen,
it does not satisfy my petty bone. It doesn't, because here's the thing. Here's the reason why. She's not always in her office. I could go down there with the intention of trolling the fuck out of her, and if she's not there, it's gonna make me sad.
No, leave a message.
No, see that's
I'm gonna show you.
That won't satisfy me because there's no guarantee that she's gonna get that message.
You order a pizza on a company's dime.
I'm not doing that.
And the pepperoni should have.
I'm not doing anything. You stupid. I'm not doing anything that my boss might have a problem with.
Your boss like, who doesn't like pizza?
No, nigga, that's not gonna be her response.
So you scared?
Yes.
Fuck you mean? You afraid? Oh, right.
I'm like you with the geese. What the fuck?
That's different. The geese
it's not. No,
geese
it's not. Nigga.
Pose a greater threat than your boss.
No, they don't. I make good.
Because you can always get another job.
It ain't that simple. No, nigga, no. It ain't that simple. I can't just go to another job and get exactly what I'm making.
I wish that was true, but I don't think that's true. Nigga, no.
If it was that easy. No, I don't want to be on my boss.
You can't just walk up to her and go, "You warmed up yet?" With the whole showing up shit. Like,
stupid.
Nigga, like, come on.
Yo, no, B, listen, at this point, I don't have the capacity to stress about this.
Hold up.
I'm not about to be the only. What up?
Does she drive?
Sure. Me crazy.
You couldn't leave something on her windshield? Like,
I don't know what her car looked like.
You should know what her car looks like.
I'm not going through all that. And she is a vice president. This is not a scenario. This is not a scenario where this. Listen to me clearly. If this was some regular person,
I was about to say when you said she's a vice president, I went.
If this was a regular person, bro, this would have been solved already.
Bro, if you scared,
I had the relationship that I have, the relationship that I have with the vice presidents in this company, her included, which is the crazy part.
Right.
This would have been taken care of already. Those powers don't work against a vice president.
Yo, Benny said, who would you rather face? A flock of geese or your boss? Put that on the t-shirt.
I might go with the geese, my guy.
Woo, that would be a dope ass t-shirt.
I might go with the geese. No, you ain't see. You say that, but you ain't seen my boss. You ain't seen Baby D.
Like that's what I said. If you scared, just say you scared, my nigga. That's cool.
I did, nigga. You asked the question. I said yes.
Hey, yo, we gonna go to the pound tomorrow?
No, I'm not getting a dog.
No, we going double dog for you, fam.
I'm not getting a dog. Listen, if this was a regular person, just another employee, this would have been taken care of. Oh, what? That first time that it didn't happen, it would have been taken care of because I don't went straight to. Listen, that's a situation. I don't went straight to my boss.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, because here's the thing.
I just find it like niggas pick and choose when to be gangster, but it's cool.
No, see again, you don't know. All right, watch.
No. I'm buzzing fuck at my job too.
Let me tell you,
I'm wild buzzing at my job.
Let me tell you something. You can be gangster all day long until the bill collector come. I'll put you out.
You realize I live with this? I live with them too.
Yeah, that's fast. Like you
I can't
all the way out.
I can't. No, I'm not.
They will literally. They can literally box you out of the paint completely.
Right.
Like, not only are you fired, but you are homeless.
Right.
Damn,
my guy. But this is another person. This is easy because my boss don't play. I talked about my boss before. Yes. My boss gives it the fuck up for us. Yeah. So you want? I would like to. She's the one that keeps coming to me asking about the progress. I wouldn't have even had to go to her. It would have just been a random day, and she didn't know how things are going. I'm like, oh yeah, Kim in accounting is holding this shit up. And in 5 minutes, she would have came back to my desk like, hey, don't worry about Kim anymore. I've taken care of it. But no, this is not that situation. This is.
I would like to formally retract my suggestion that you troll the vice president. One of the vice presidents of your company. I just like to formally
it's not that easy, my guy.
I like to track that. That's your scary.
Y'all know me well enough to know that there's no way this shit would have been going down if there was something I could actually do about it. There's nothing. Like I said, the only thing I could really realistically do is talk to my boss, and that is not the good thing because my boss is him. My boss is a fucking hammer.
Make sure you cover your ass.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Doesn't fall back on you.
Oh, I already got my Outlook has different folders and of correspondence of times I've sent her this message. I got the dates and I know I got the receipts. Y'all know I got the receipts. We're not doing that. But what I'm not going to do is I already got to treat the nigga that works for the other company. I already got to treat him like a kid.
Yeah.
I already got to be on top of him. Hey, did we do this? Phrasing. Did we shut up, Eddie? Did we do
I just give you that's it.
Yo, this motherfucker, he's like, you can send him an issue. He'll respond to the email. It doesn't get done. A week later, you can bring him that same issue, and he'll say to you, I'm not sure I understand the issue.
A week later?
Like, what the fuck are you talking about? We talked about this.
He's got to be trolling.
You know what he's doing? He's doing
here's the reason
in real life.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Here's the reason I don't believe that.
Okay.
He stands to lose money.
Don't play.
This deal is not complete.
Right.
We can go with someone else still.
Right.
So I think it's just him. I think that his company was trying to be a little more ambitious than their britches, because I don't think they have the manpower to really do what he's offering.
Right.
And one of my other coworkers that's working with this on me said that. She was like, we're talking about trying to guarantee a 5 to 7 day turnaround from an application to a lease signing. And right now we have one location full time doing applications, and we can't get 5 to 7 days.
Wow.
So when we get all 13 locations,
that
how you expect?
No.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, you right. So that's my nuclear option. My nuclear option is telling her like, yo, let's have a sit down with my boss.
We don't say
the other
nuclear
VP.
here.
Well, yeah, real shit. With my boss and other VP, and tell them we think it's time to move on from this company. We need to go with a different. We need to go in a different direction.
Yeah.
Because but I say that to say I'm already doing that with him. I'm not going to do that with somebody that works in the same building that I work in.
No,
it's just not going to happen. I'm not going to do that. So I've sent you the issues. Get back to me when you get back to me.
Yeah.
So it's just still a waiting game, and at least you got receipts that you actually did.
I did what the fuck I was supposed to do.
You did your due diligence. That's
the reason that I'm so stressed about it. The reason I'm so stressed about it is because this is something that we're working on. Is something I've wanted to implement since the first day I started in this position. That's why I'm so like adamant. But realistically, I did my job.
Yeah.
And if my boss asked me what's the holdup, then I ain't gonna lie to her.
Right.
Yeah.
I did this. I still have not gotten a response. I've talked to her in person. She said she was going to go check it out. Did not get a response. The manager at that location called her, asked her about it. She said she was going to take care of it that day. I still have not gotten a response. What more can I do?
I've been feeling like that a lot of my job. Like,
what more could you do?
Yeah, because I had a situation because I work outbound. So when I was working inbound, helping them out, they needed some shit like put up or whatever. So I just did what they asked me to do, and I've never done it before, but I figured it out because I was like, I've done some of the things that they've done, so I could just figure it out. So I sent a pallet someplace, and it's the VLM machine. That's like where they like dispense like little items like optical modules,
right.
Cable fiber and shit like that.
Right.
So I was like, oh, okay. So I sent it to the VLM people and inventory, and it was all right. We'll put it up, and then I was all right, cool. So I left, and then Mark was like, oh, did you send something to VLM? I was like, yeah, because the other manager told me to do that.
Right.
He was like, well, the inventory, whatever head person leads, they was like, oh, the people that were there can't do it, so I'm gonna get somebody else to do it. So just leave the pallet there. I was like, yeah, I was gonna do that anyway.
Right.
So then the VLM lead, she was like, why is this pallet over here? I'm like, yo, because Mark told me to leave it over there.
Right.
She was like, oh, well, my girls can't do this shit right now. I was like, all right, but Mark told me to leave it over
right.
there. She's like, so you're not gonna I'm like, hey, Mark told me to leave it over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I've informed you thusly.
She was like, oh, well, I'm gonna go talk to Mark. I'm like,
hey, Mark told me to leave it over
there. Right, exactly.
Like,
I'm gonna go talk to Mark. That's what you should have did the first time I told you.
Yeah, for real.
Shit. Like, why you still like? I'm not taking it nowhere. And then my lead came to me and was like, oh, what was that about? So I told her. She's like, oh yeah, no, leave it there because Mark told you to leave it. I'm like, yeah, I wasn't going nowhere. I wasn't picking that shit back up. Fuck that.
And here's the crazy thing about it. My boss is about to go away for a little while. So with this new attitude that not new, that's really my actual attitude, but with this implementation of myself, who knows how long this shit gonna take? Because I think my boss gonna be out in and out for like a month.
Interesting.
So we'll see. Because with her not being physically in the building, she probably won't ask me about progress as much.
Right.
So we'll see. And then the people at the location that have to deal with this issue, they're probably going to be asking me about it. But again, it's nothing I can do. It's nothing I can do. But anyway, on to the better note. It ain't a completely great note. Most of it was good actually. So yeah, let me not say that. It just ends on a little bit of an annoying note. But I had the most social weekend that I probably had in my life.
Poo.
Parts of it were disgusting. So Thursday, that's the day that McDonald's dripped me on the crispy double.
Oh damn, my bad.
See me back on that.
Because that's the day it happened. It was Thursday.
I thought it was like a few months ago or some shit. Damn.
No, it was Thursday, my guy.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Condolences.
Right, yo. Yeah, bro. Just do me like that. But anyway, so like I said, I was over my homegirl house that day. Friday, I went out with a couple of my coworkers that's going on the Miami trip, so we get the rest of the shit booked and situated and all that other stuff. Oh, by the way, two of them finally got that email about that dumbass spreadsheet, and both of them were like, "What the fuck is this?" I'm like, "Yep, I told you, monkey ass." But anyway, so that was Friday. Saturday we did the karaoke thing, but that's not really that social. That I'm not really dealing with too many people. But anyway, and then Sunday, one of our friends came in town. She moved to Texas, so she came in town. So we actually did the Airbnb thing, and I took Monday off. So we did the Airbnb thing from Sunday to Tuesday.
Right.
So actually, yeah, I'll switch it around so I end on the positive note. So this Airbnb, first of all, it was amazing. The Airbnb itself was amazing. I would live there if I could, because
if you could afford it,
nigga. 2-bedroom, the range for a 2-bedroom, 31 to 52 monthly.
Wow,
that is the range.
Yo, it was close to 31. No, it was a little north of 31 for the place I wanted before we settled here.
5 bedrooms.
Yes,
house,
5 bedrooms,
yard,
kitchens, backyard.
Right. No, 2-bedroom inside of an apartment building.
Damn.
Industrial. Like I said, the place was nice.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. The place is really, really nice.
Yeah.
But nah, nigga. Nah. It's just not
31. Crazy. Yeah, I know where you can get a 3-bedroom. 2-bath. $1,300 a month.
Sure. I probably could get that.
I mean, it ain't here in the United States.
Company.
But
no, I could probably get I could probably get that with my company for real.
Oh, and right, beachfront.
Well, no, I can't get that part. Because I live in Baltimore.
Nice little club.
There are no beaches in
Baltimore. No, I got you, B. I'll sell it to you. How much you offer?
Bet. $10.
No.
$10 a year. No, $10 a year. $10 yearly.
Hey, yo, keep going. All
right. So, actually, I can't move it around. I have to, because of the way that everything kind of intertwines. So, this Airbnb. So, I've been doing Airbnbs for a minute, and this shit.
Hold on, let me ask you a question about that.
Yeah.
Do you prefer Airbnbs over resort hotels and shit like that?
I'm never sleeping in a normal hotel again outside of maybe Atlantic City or Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
So a regular hotel, 1,000% I'm going with Airbnb.
But a resort,
as far as the resorts, if it's not all inclusive, I'm going with the Airbnb.
Got you.
If it's all inclusive, I'm going with the all inclusive.
Yeah.
So the rule for this one, and I don't know if it's the rule for all of them because I'm an American. We don't read the fine print. Come on now. So this particular one, she booked it. I sent her the money. She booked with her card. So she got all the info and all that shit. And she said, one of the things they said, we cannot accommodate for any extra guests, even if they're not spending the night. Excuse me, what? Yeah, I'm not. I see the rule. I understand the rule. I respect the rule. I'm gonna break the shit out of the rule.
Facts.
There's no get the fuck out of here. I'm even though I live in the place in the area, I'm still kind of on vacation right now.
Yeah,
like,
yes, absolutely.
Yeah, you're not gonna dictate
who are bringing in.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's how I feel. You understand my grievances with that, right?
Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not.
No one's doing that.
Yeah, it's just not real. It's not realistic.
If I'm paying for it, no.
Come the fuck on. So another. So one of the things that happened, I also went vlogging with Shafro. I did that Monday.
Interesting.
So the place that we're in got like this rooftop area, dope as fuck. So we up there. Dude comes out. Hey, y'all live here? No. Oh, okay. Well, you can't be up here. Wait, no. You asked me if I lived here. I don't live here, but I am staying here. I got an Airbnb. Yeah, I pulled out the little confirmation joint and showed it to him. He's like, okay, what's your last name? I told him Davis. He's like, okay, cool, no problem.
Wait, that was a cop?
No, it was a building manager.
Like, okay, got you.
Yeah.
Who thought it was some random coming up question?
Yeah, what the
fuck? No, building manager. And Shafrel was like, before I even got a chance to like conceptualize everything that happened, contextualize is the word that I meant to say. He was like, that's interesting, and I'm kind of torn. And when he said that, I was like, oh shit, yeah, that is right. Because it does make sense. On the one end, we're black. But on the other end, it is a private building.
Right.
Like, it's not like
it really is though. It is.
It's not like you can't get like there's a way to get in. What up, sis?
What's up, sis?
There it's a locked building. It requires a key fob to get in.
Right.
So, and it's one of the perks of these exorbitant rent prices.
Right.
To have this rooftop area and not be bothered by people that don't live there.
Though.
What does it make you think about?
No, that's why I was slightly like I didn't know how to feel exactly.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to straight up be like, oh, they're being racist.
Right.
But they might just like, this is policy, they're doing their job.
No, this is legitimately
but it could be both, a little bit of both, but you don't know.
It could have been a little bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been. But then I thought about it, realized the entire time that I'd been there, I'd been up there 3 times and I'd never seen another soul. So it made sense.
These are still the type of questions that unfortunately we have to ask. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Thanks. So a couple things about my roommate for the weekend. My homegirl asked me after I told her this. She was like, "Had you ever stayed anywhere with this girl before?" I said no, and I probably won't be doing it again.
Nice.
So this one requires a little bit more thought, and I know everybody isn't as observant as I am. I get that.
Are you sure?
It's an Airbnb. Oh, nigga. So it is a rental property. People live there. So for the Airbnb thing to work, they had to have a lockbox on the outside for you to get the fob to get in the initial time.
Right.
Once you get in, there's a fob in the unit, but there's only one fob per unit because it's the Airbnb. I don't know how they do when you live there. They might give you 2 or whatever, but for the Airbnb, there's just one.
Right.
So she gets there. And she had somebody with her. She had her sister with her because her sister picked her up from the airport. And you know how I am about people. So
yeah,
I got there before her actually, but I was sitting in the car and I saw her come up. And then I saw another person with her. So I just sat in the car.
Right.
And she texted me like, I'm at the spot. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm about to go to the market because hopefully by the time I get back from the market, your sister will be gone. I mean, of course I didn't say that part, but so she goes in. I'm just saying. So I get back and I go to the lockbox. So when you are doing things like this, again, sometimes it takes a little extra to be considerate. There's no reason that after you go to the lockbox I go up to the lockbox, and you've left the lockbox combination on the fucking lockbox.
Yikes.
That's not helpful to anyone.
No, it's not.
When you go use, so let me help everybody out that have not considered this for some strange reason.
Right.
If you're in a scenario where you have to go to a lockbox for a reason, and you put the combination in, and you open the lockbox and you get what you need, when you close the lockbox, move the numbers around.
Yep.
It's just, it don't take you no extra time
At all.
And it's just a considerate thing to do.
Yeah.
Do the same thing with the next person can't just walk up and open it.
Open the shit. Yeah. You do the same thing with a fucking a bike chain. Same shit.
Right. These are the simple things. All right. So there's that. She left when I got up Monday. We were up late Sunday. Marcus was on his best bullshit. And we were up late Sunday, and I had to wake up early to go shoot with Shafrel. So when I got up, I only had time to get up, get myself ready, and get out the house.
Right.
So I did that. She sends me a text message. Now at this time, she didn't know I was still I was in the building at this time because I had met Shafrel up Fed Hill, the actual hill, because we were staying in the Fed Hill area. Mm-hmm. He misunderstood what I said when I said Fed Hill. Understandably, he thought I meant at the hill. I'm like, no, but whatever, fine, cool, stay there. I drove up to the hill, met him. We walked back to the unit. So we're in the building, but we're in the rooftop part. So she didn't know I was in the building.
Right.
She sends me a text message that says, "Hey, I left. I took the key with me. If I'm going to my friend's place on the Alameda, if you need the key before I get back."
What the?
Excuse me? Nah. What you wanted was a ride back from the Alameda.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
Yeah. So
I texted her back like, "Oh no, I'm good. I just used the lockbox." And I'm pretty sure she felt a little salty about that because
you're an asshole. But I understand.
No, fuck that. She left with the only key.
Yeah.
And told me afterwards.
Yeah. So she
like we didn't go half on this unit. Like, fuck you, me. Like,
no, but you're still. I mean, I understand it, but you're still an asshole, though. Like,
no, fuck that. I'm equal opportunity.
Congrats, Roman.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just returning energy. That's it.
That's all.
That's it.
But I mean, you're still an asshole.
You can do that and still be an asshole.
Be an asshole. That's what I'm saying.
What do you?
Like, I respect it, but that's just still asshole behavior.
Anyway,
sometimes you gotta weaponize the asshole part. Like,
and what I'm saying, I'm not trying to hold him.
Right. Like,
no,
I'm in agreement. I think that was the right thing to do
when it was supposed to be. Like, yo, you knew the mission.
Yeah. My dog understood the assignment. I'm running with you, man. I'm like, damn, I ain't holding you.
She said, yeah, just in case you want to get in before I finish. I'm out the Alameda. Fed Hill. So for those that don't know, Federal Hill is basically downtown Baltimore. The Alameda is so far, and downtown is in the middle of Baltimore.
Yes.
The Alameda is so far east that it's damn near the county.
Yes.
Facts.
So,
yes.
So no, it would have literally that round trip would have taken an hour.
Or like an hour 5 minutes, you know what I mean?
Shut up.
So ass,
that round trip would have taken an hour. And that's only if she didn't pull the, "Oh yeah, I'm ready. Give me a couple minutes."
Right.
Then that would have turned into an hour and a half potentially. Like, nah, B, we're not doing that. You my peoples. I fucks with you heavy. I'm not driving out the fucking Alameda to come pick you up when we going to the same place. Nah, B. I'm not leaving the place we going to come get you. And nah, B.
Yeah, because that's like out of the way. It's like,
bruh. So the last thing.
But I had never had a desire to live out the Alameda, yo.
Never. Yeah, me neither. Shit, that shit whack. That shit.
Shoosh. So the last thing, I hate Well, negative.
Me too.
I hate a performatively clean person.
Yo,
now some people don't understand what I mean when I say.
No, I know what you mean, and that's annoying.
Let me explain. Explain. So I get in. When I get back from the market and get in, I bring my bags up. Well, first I brought my personal bags up. Then I went back down and grabbed the stuff from the market.
Right.
So I put the stuff from the market. No, I'm tripping. That's not what happened. I went and grabbed the stuff from the market first and brought that up. I put that down. I went and grabbed my personal stuff.
Right.
When I got back up from grabbing my personal stuff, she had taken all the stuff out of the market bags and started to put them in the refrigerator. The stuff they need to go in the refrigerator. Cool. I dropped my stuff, my personal stuff, in the living room. And I went back outside for some reason. I can't remember why. Some reason. I come back. My stuff is no longer in the living room. My stuff is inside of the room, inside of my room, inside of the closet.
Wow.
I started to say something, but I was like, fuck it, whatever. It's not a big.
Stop for a second. Because I'm curious now. What did you feel like you were going to say?
I don't know. That's one of the reasons, because I feel like when something that I don't understand, that doesn't make sense to me happens, my freestyle ends up being in a wild bar. So I was like, let me not do this, because I'm probably going to say something super crazy, and we got to be in this unit together for the next 2 days.
Oh, yeah, that would be mad awkward.
I don't want to make it, I don't want to make it awkward or anything.
Don't make it weird. Don't make it weird.
Yeah, no, don't make it weird. But I won't. I could have. I didn't. I chose not to.
Gotcha.
So that's one thing. So another thing is, I made these bacon cheeseburger egg rolls.
You don't know how to cook.
Nigga. Matter of fact, where that picture at? Hold up.
Well, if you don't know how to cook, nigga.
I want the record to show.
We on food again, right?
Here. Yeah. Like, I want y'all to all see where this is at, right? The food.
This is the life. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, we up here.
This.
Oh no! I'm just saying. But let me do it without the audio. Because I got a couple videos from the vlogging day and whatnot. But so I made these bacon cheeseburger egg rolls. Oh my God, they were amazing. But it wasn't to talk about the food, you ass. I was talking about what happened. So
he got there.
Marcus came over. Yeah, it's always gonna get. Come on now. Yeah, Marcus came over and we was drinking, eating. Then we started playing Monopoly. So Marcus alcoholic ass. Marcus is like, how can we incorporate alcohol with the Monopoly?
Ass.
And I'm like, okay, you take a shot every time you pass go.
I guess.
Nah, nigga. That was the answer. It probably shouldn't have been the. It probably shouldn't have been the move. It was the answer. Probably shouldn't have been the move. Right. So we did that. We finished the game.
Look at these niggas.
And we was
niggas
like,
mad that, huh?
Nick, no, I killed my guy. I got these niggas out of here.
Wow.
So turned them into brokies.
Facts. So karaoke is like 10-2 or some shit like that. And it was a day that bar was doing karaoke, and the house that we had just happened to be 3 blocks away. So it was like 1:00, and I was like, "Yo, let's go to karaoke." So we stumbled up the block. We stumbled. 3 blocks up the street, and when that was over, we stumbled our asses back. I made Marcus stay there for a while to sober up before he left.
Right.
He leaves. I say all that to say because we were doing things.
By the way,
why? Oh, that view.
This shit.
That's a nice view, ain't it? No, I'm just saying. That's.
Well, then fam, sit down. Like shit.
I am sitting down.
No, I'm saying he said he can't stand drugs. Sit down.
Oh, you stupid. So I say all that to say we were busy and we were fucked up. So the common area of the unit
y'all was busy getting fucked up.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. So the common area of the unit was messy. We didn't really clean much during that point in time. So before I went to sleep, like she had more company. Mm-hmm. So when her company came in, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and dip off to my room because give you your little bit of space. I wake up in the morning. I told you I didn't have much time to do anything but get ready and get out the door. So I got ready and get out the door. When I came back, the apartment looked like it was cleaned up.
Yeah.
It looked like it was cleaned up.
Yeah.
I can only assume that she did that for the benefit of whoever she had over there, because I realized no dishes nowhere. All right, cool. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm walking around doing, getting decompressing from that long ass walk that I took from the unit to the fucking Fed Hill, then back down and all that shit. And I happen to walk by the sink. The sink is piled to the top with dishes. Nothing has been wiped off of the dishes. They're just piled in the fucking sink. Wait. And here's the kicker.
Was there a dishwasher?
We had a fucking dishwasher.
You don't even I ain't gonna hold you. You can just knock them shits in there and not even wash them shits, but at least they put it away. Yeah.
We had a dishwasher. That's that performative shit that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it, do it.
Yeah.
I knew that's what she was talking about, yo.
I'm not asking you to hand wash the dishes. Yo.
Yeah.
We got a dishwasher. Just rinse the excess off, put them in the dishwasher, run that shit.
Facts. Oh no, like I said, you don't even have to run the shit. Like even if they just
you could have just left them in the right. You could have just left them in the dishwasher.
Because at least it's out of the way.
Because that's where they have to go.
Is that? And then it's also like, why wipe down the counters if you got bad dishes? And
she didn't do that.
She didn't even wipe down the counter.
I feel like she did that for you, SPJ.
Maybe.
When you came back,
it is absolutely a lot of effort
to do. It ain't a whole lot to do. Giving you something to do when you come home.
Maybe. I don't fucking know.
Damn dishes.
Here's the funny thing. No. Here's the thing.
Run them suds, boy.
So I put the dishes in the dishwasher. I put the dishes in the dishwasher, and I unintentionally missed a couple. So I had to go to work Tuesday. Mm-hmm. So I left early. I left 7-something. We want to check out until like 11.
Right.
So because of this performative shit that I've seen, and this is the last straw, she cleaned up the games, right? But for some reason, there's a table. For some reason, there was another Monopoly that was already there, and the Monopoly that we played, Marcus brought. For some reason, she left the other Monopoly that was already there on the floor, and she put my cards under the table. Mind you, there was room on the table for all of the things to go on. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, she put them in.
Well, it would have looked messy.
Right. What the fuck are you doing? So when I saw that, I was like, okay.
She put the game up too, the Monopoly game, or she just put the board under there?
No, she put everything together. Now I find out later that she kind of just like threw them in there.
Going in there,
I didn't know that at the time though. At the time, I didn't know that. Yeah. But yeah, so seeing all that, I'm like, I got her ass. So I went and gathered the dishes that I missed and sat them on the top of the countertop because I had already ran the dishes that were in the sink before. I already ran those through the dishwasher.
Right.
I left those in the dishwasher, clean, and all the other dishes that I missed, I put them on the countertop. Dishes from the refrigerator. I took my food. I took my cheeseburger, egg rolls. I took those, and the dish that was in. Yeah. To dish that was in, I put that on the countertop, and I woke her the fuck up. Because my intent, what I was going to do, what I was planning on doing was I was going to text her when I left, because I feel like a text message is more considerate, because it's not necessarily going to wake them up, but they'll see it when they do wake up.
Yes, they will.
And that's what I was going to do.
Fuck
but that. Nah, nigga. Fuck that. Mail time, nigga. So knocked on the door. She came out. I'm like, oh, you asleep?
Yeah, look, rubbing her eyes.
Like, what the fuck? I was half asleep, half woke. I'm like, all right, cool. All right, cool. I'm about to leave because I gotta go to work. I'm about to leave. I'm about to leave. So I'm walking towards the door, and I open the door to leave, and she like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up everything.
See,
ma'am, two things. Number one, no shit, because I had already did most of the work. Like, you ain't got much to do, so no shit, you're gonna clean up the rest. Number two, and I can't stress this enough, you booked this place. So if something wrong with the unit,
yeah, it's gonna fall on you.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I wouldn't have left it high and dry. Like I said, I did work. But the work that I did, you allowed it that I was able to set that was the work I was going to do.
Right. Yeah. You didn't have to do much, but you. Right. I feel like you did too much, but whatever.
Like, nigga. But it is what it is.
You was being like a good, well, not a guest, but you know what I mean. Like,
I was a good roommate.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
She wasn't.
I mean, it happens, my guy. Most people probably had that issue. But yeah, it was what it was. But see, again, those were little parts. It wasn't like it was a bad experience. Like,
no. I feel you.
Yeah.
But it's just those little things that you gotta like nip it in the bud, because like, let's say something similar happens like that in the future because you didn't nip it in the bud then.
Yeah, exactly.
Then resentment from you is going to sit.
This nigga owe me a cheesecake. Let me.
He owes you a cheesecake.
She owes me a cheesecake.
She owes you a cheesecake.
Yeah, so
we know how important that is.
Oh no, I paid her. So no.
Yeah, we know. Listen,
it's
cheesecake.
My guy, you.
That's the word right there. Special space. That's the word right there.
That's a fact. That is a fact. Special space.
That's
responsible.
See, that's the reason you had a difficult time. I'm not gonna say, but you need to reflect on why you had a hard time comprehending with that. I'm saying responsible.
Responsible.
Yeah, boy.
I love it. I love this episode, even though
it's brought to you by food.
You said what's in that? What's in that?
It's the bacon cheeseburger joints, my guy.
Oh God, yo, and egg rolls.
I had never done this before. I was so happy with myself. They were still crispy after reheating them.
Yo, hold up. What you put them in a microwave or a toaster? Toast oven.
Microwave. Twice. The first time was a microwave. The second time it was the oven.
Yo, when you throw them,
they were still crispy.
Heat the bitches back up in the oven, fam.
Bruh.
Back to life.
That's what I see. When you do it in the oven, they usually want to be a little crispy. But no, in the microwave, they were still.
I'm kind of mad at you for appropriating.
Where you go, my guy? Come back.
Huh? I'm kind of mad at you for appropriating Asian culture, but I ain't gonna hold you though. I'll definitely like bomb on them shits.
Tim, come back.
I wanted to give them time to do their Because this is how we talk about
our little fat boy.
He trying to act like he wouldn't be
He knows he's the ultimate fat boy in the crew.
Like, that's the problem. The problem is he's trying to act like he wouldn't be smashing on him too.
I wouldn't. It's bacon in there.
I wouldn't have put bacon in yours.
Exactly.
Yes.
He knows that.
I know you don't eat pork.
Yeah, he know that would be haram, my nigga. Like,
right. I know you don't eat pork.
Hey, yo, listen. I just wanted them to see. For the record,
I have an air fryer special space. I stopped using it because it's fairly inconvenient.
Where you go, Eddie? You go, Eddie. That's what we talking about right there.
No, I just didn't want to be involved real quick.
No, you all involved right there. Like we see it.
I was hoping by the time I got back, you would have been done.
You see it. You see it. Like you see it. You know what I mean?
Those just look crispy as fuck though. Like
they are, my God. Yo, you heard the. I'm like,
fam.
Yes, my guy.
And mind you, I don't eat like that, but when I eat,
see this.
No, leave him alone. God damn it.
What I'm saying. Hey, yo, I'm 5'7". I weigh 145 pounds.
Yo, the cat, we just saw you. We just saw you.
I said like that though, like so you don't want to.
You don't eat like that. You eat like this.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. I probably eat like half of one of those egg rolls.
No, they big as fuck. Later. That picture does not do them justice. They were big, like phrasing.
I hope y'all actually were on your best behavior last week.
We were. There was no food. There were no phrasing references. None of that.
Also, the podcast is open door when I'm not around. That's what's up.
Yes.
I mean, it's
that particular side of me loves company.
All I know is
me too, my guy.
Dude's kind of greedy over there.
No, nigga, stop fronting again. There would have just been 2 batches. One of them would have had no bacon in it, and the other one would have had hella bacon.
Hold on. It would have been the same amount like as this one, right?
It would have been the same.
All of them would have been for Toon.
Yo,
right.
Okay. Yeah.
What you could do, it's entirely possible for you to mind your business. That's always.
It's always an
option. I know it's always an option.
It's not the option you
want. Niggas, nah, B.
Yeah, it's not the option you want. Nah, B.
It's always an option.
Yeah, like he's trying to front for y'all people like he wouldn't have been right there. Like,
I'm just saying.
You know how long I've been trying to hold that shit in and not say nothing about it?
I needed the record to show that
we don't front about it though.
At all.
Come on. Yes,
you be the one.
So you be
like you just tried. You literally tried to sit up here and act like you wouldn't have been partaking.
Look, man, what I'm telling you
would have been overtaken.
That there's a lot going on, food related in this episode.
That is very true.
And y'all can't put that just on me.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it's just you, but you're not about to act like it don't be you.
Look, man, I'm gonna show you. Listen, see this? Now I know it's hard for y'all to probably see that right there.
Wow, it's so funny. I just showed somebody a picture of this, and I was like, "This is about like 190."
Look at that man gut, yo. Look at that man gut.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Hit the extend joint.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was eating back then, fam.
He was eating. He was eating.
Eating, boy.
So
licking the plate.
I actually gotta get myself together to bounce.
Yeah.
I mean, if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. So
shut up. I don't hear that. That's too much. It's a lot. That's a lot.
I mean, right.
So, like we said earlier, this was gonna be a shortened show. You know what I'm saying? So I want to first thank everybody that came through. This was actually hilarious.
Don't forget to tell Chloe happy birthday.
Oh yeah, I did.
What up, Paul?
But just doing on the show. So yeah, like we really appreciate y'all. Look at Napalm coming in here late. We appreciate y'all showing up once again for another week of shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? Definitely appreciate your support all the time. Do not forget to check out Jaded Nerd's channel for his celebrity gossip beat. Go check that out. Also, go check out the Metas and Mutants podcast. Me and my guy, Side Guy, Side Guy, aka Cyrus the Virus.
You know
what I'm saying? And of course, never ever forget Majestic Comics, Patreon, as well as our shopper fee. We're gonna have some more. Once we get this batch of shirts and hoodies out the door, we're probably gonna go with some other merch or whatever, but we'll keep you guys informed on that as well. But when he said she's so hungry now, see, they did that. They did this to you.
Oh, well,
I'll take the charge.
You know what I'm saying? They did this to you.
I get it.
I ain't in charge. I'm mad at.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so we appreciate y'all immensely for all of your support. And also happy birthday, Chloe. Coffee with Chloe.
Absolutely.
Our sister broadcast.
Yeah.
Gotta holler at her at some point. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, for my man,
oh yeah, team rapping. I mean, Palm rapping again.
I know.
Palm rapping.
Yeah, I even told him when we was in the chat room, I was like, damn, about time, nigga, again. Like, that's my guy though.
Yeah. So for my man SPJ,
you
and my other guy Adequate.
Yeah.
I am Tombstone the Dead Man. And for the greater multi-world entertainment family, we are out. Peace.